Well, this is the final submission of the Code Basics Virtual Internship project. So this project is about Shield Insurance, and I'm going to explain you about the project from start to end. So hello guys, my name is Ujjwal Mondul. Let's get started. So first of all, let's start with the initial client requirement. So here in the raw email, I found out some key points that needs to be worked on. Client wants different views for the different reports like customer and revenue performance. Even though there are some difficulties where tracking growth trends over time, limited visibility into customer segmentation, even though they have lack of clarity on sales. So I'm going to answer all the questions and going to find out all the insights from this analysis. Before jump into the dashboard creation, I have worked on the feature list and KPI finalization tasks. So this feature list clearly explained that on which segment I need to work on a priority basis. So before finalization, the dashboard have created a mock-up with multiple pages that include page 1, page 2, page 3, and after submitting the mock-ups to the client, I received the client feedback and make the changes according to the client feedback and requested design. And here is the design I finalized after getting the client feedback. And just to understand better, here you can see the data modeling and the measures chart, and here I use star schema and all the measures you can see on the left side. So now jump into the dashboard. So this is the home page of the project. This analytics based on an insurance project. You can see I have created 3 pages like general analysis, sales mode analysis, and age group analysis. Also in the home page I mentioned some metrics like revenue, total customer, daily revenue, and daily customer acquisition. Also I have created a support page here for the stakeholders if they need any help. For example, if any stakeholder who is new to Power BI, so they can just directly click to the link to get the tips to use Power BI professional. Now jump into the general data analysis. So this is the general view, and also this support button is available for each and every pages dedicated. Now talking about the KPIs, here I mentioned 4 KPIs like total revenue, total customer, daily revenue growth, and daily customer growth. And also you can see here I mentioned the last month revenue and compared to the growth percentages. And on the below I have revenue trends by month. This is a line chart, and this chart actually explains the total revenue which is split by the months. I have created a toggle button over here just to create on the customer section. Here you can see total customer trends by month, and on the below side here you can see revenue split by city, revenue split by the age group, and then we have customer segmentations. Now talking about the filter section, here we have multiple filter like month, city, age group, sales mode, etc. Also I have created this clear button here just to clear all the filter. For example, if I choose November, the last month is blank just because the data set is start from the November. So before November there is nothing, so that's why it is showing blank. But if I choose December, the December month revenue was 156.3 million and the last month revenue was 131.69 million. So this is a significant growth of 18.71%. Same for the customer acquisition part. Here you can see the total customer for December 2022 is 4020, and last month it was 3787. So this is a 6.15% growth. And same for daily revenue growth and daily customer growth. And now if we choose January 2023, you can see there is a significant drop from each and every KPIs like total revenues, total customers, daily revenue growth, and etc. compared to the December 2020. Now if we choose February 2023, you can see that this time the market was kind of volatile because total revenue was increased but the customer acquisition decreased by 0.87%. So this is showing clearly whenever the customer acquisition is improved, the revenue impact directly over there. Because if we go to the revenue section and if we choose here April 2023, here you can also see the customer acquisition dropped by 41.41%. As a result, the total revenue also dropped by 41.73%. But if we choose December 2022, the customer acquisition improved to 6.15% only. The total revenue increased by 18.71%. That means customer acquisition is clearly impacts on total revenue. Also here you can see the revenue split by city section. Here Delhi is contributing the highest number of revenue, then by following Mumbai and Hyderabad, Chennai. The revenue split by age group, here you can see the most number of revenue contributed by the age group of 31 to 40% and 41 to 50%. Also the customer segmentation, here you can see Delhi NCR customer acquisition is on the top level. Also the revenue is good, and by following Mumbai is doing good job. Their customer acquisition is half compared to the Delhi, but their total revenue is more than 60%. Also, if we filter through sales mode, then we can see we have offline agent. It is completely declined in terms of revenue, even though in terms of customer acquisition it is clearly declined, because December it was increased a little. December it was 2.5k, then it is significantly dropping. Also same for the offline direct channel, the customer acquisition is dropping significantly from 1k to 850, then 600, then 500, then on the March it has been increased to 843 customers, then it is decreased to 266. That means online direct channel is significantly dropping the customer, but comparing with online app, we can see this is a significant growth over there. That means customer is preferring online facilities than the offline, instead of visiting the offline agent or offline direct. So the suggestion would be to focus on the online platform more and also focus on the customer acquisition part, because the customer acquisition is directly impacting on the revenue, no matter whether it is total revenue or the daily revenue growth. Now moving to the sales mode analysis. Now in the sales mode analysis page, here you can see I have created this total revenue KPIs. Also I include chart over there just to give you the trends to the stakeholders about the total revenue. Also I did the same for the total customers. So the first chart here you can see the total customer by sales mode. So you can clearly see that our total customer is 27k and only 3k is from the online website. That means here offline agent is performing very well. But in the general view, we have seen that the most revenue part is contributing through the online customer. Also on the below side here you can see the total revenue by sales mode. Here you can see that our total revenue is 98.9 million. So offline agent is clearly win. It is contributing 550.8 million, and the lowest is contributing through online website, which is contributing 124.6 million. But at the same time, the offline direct is doing good over here, and online application is performing moderate. It is contributing 161 million from the total revenue. If we choose December, here also you can see offline agent is performing very well, no matter whether it is the total customer acquisition part or the total revenue part. As these are the insurance policies, so we can understand that the most of the policies are sold by the offline sources. Now moving ahead, the monthly customer trend by sales mode. Here we can also see that the offline agent area is performing very well, but on the December it was increased, and then from December it slightly decreased, but from February to March it increased significantly, and then it's dropped, no matter whether it is on Chennai or it is on Delhi or Hyderabad. But here if we choose the age category of 18 to 14%, here you can see the offline agent performance is volatile and it is decreased significantly from 160 to 76, but all the rest three channels try to maintain their trends. On the other hand, the offline agent performed overall very good, but it was not that stable. Now moving into the age group analysis. In the age group analysis, I have multiple charts. So talking about the first chart, it is customer trend by age group. We have so many age groups, 80 to 65 plus, and very surprisingly the age group 31 to 40 is performing very well compared to the others. So now if we choose a Delhi NCR, which is performing very well, the age group 41 to 30 is performing very well. Same for Hyderabad, Indore and Mumbai. But noticing part is, if we choose offline agent, we can see the trend. It is increased and then decreased. But if we choose the offline direct channel, we can see it started from a very high flow, then it's decreased. Again, it increased only on March 23. But on the other hand, the online application, look at the performance. Here you can see the customer trend, the customer acquisition part. It started from a very small number of 10 customers, then it's increased 19, then 40, then 38, then 58. It's clearly showing, no matter whether it's the customer segmentation is 31 to 40 group or 41 to 50 group, their customer acquisition part from online application or online website is growing significantly. Talking about the next chart, it is total revenue and total customer by the age group. Here we can see we have all the age groups and the revenue generated from this category. Here also the age group 31 to 40 is leading with the highest number of customer acquisition and their revenue contribution, compared to the very young group like 18 to 24. As it is an insurance policy, we cannot forget the older age, the 50 plus is contributing good. Their customer acquisition part is also moderate. Now talking about the next chart, which is the sales mode by age group. By talking about the sales mode means Here you can see the age group 31 to 40. Their count of sales mode is 9,000 plus. That means all this customer is adopted from the offline agent through these insurance policies. Next, we have the average settlements percentage. Expectedly, the most contribution is the older age group, like 65 years age. They are contributing 71%. Then by following them, we have 51 to 65 years age group. They are contributing 64%. Now talking about the policy preference by age group, here one thing I noticed that this policy is fortunately liked by the both age group, like 25 to 30 and 31 to 40. These two age group is most of the time is choosing this policy ID. This is performing very well. On the other hand, you can see 31 to 40 age group, they are choosing most of the time this policy. But no matter what, the policy ID 4321 AGL keep remain the consistency. Whether if it is November, whether it is December, January, you can see the consistency of this policy ID. On the other hand, the older age group like 65 years plus who have the highest number of settlement ratio, they are choosing most of the time this policy ID. So basically here we can understand the main contributor age group was 31 to 40 age group, and the highest number of average settlement ratio in terms of insurance policies, it was 65 years plus. While talking about the similarity of policies, preferences, we have similarities between 25 years to 30 years, 31 to 40 years age group. The policy ID 4331 AGL that has been chosen by the highest number of customers from this age group. Also, the online segmentation is increased significantly in terms of customer acquisition, in terms of revenue, in terms of age group analysis. Everywhere we can see online sales mode have a highest potential in terms of growth, so there needs to be focus on over there too. Guys, this was all about the project explanation. Please do let me know in the comment section where I can improve more. Till the time, bye, and I'll get back to you soon with the new one. Thank you.